Hello everyone, I am Aditya Sauri. Today our topic is binary tree representation. So we can represent our binary tree in two ways. One is in sequential order and another one is in linked list. So sequential order can be represented in arrays. So we can represent our binary tree in arrays and in linked list. Let us see array representation. The numbering scheme used in it suggests out first representation of a binary tree in memory. Since the nodes are numbered from 1 to n, we can use a one-dimensional array to store the nodes. Using a node numbering easily, determine the locations of the parent, left child and the right child of any node I in the binary tree. Now let us see the advantages and the disadvantages. Advantages. This method benefits from more compact storage and better locality of reference, particularly during a pre-order traversals. And limitations is wastage of space for some types of binary tree. Insertion and deletion require potential changes in the array. Now let us see some rules to represent array. So we have to consider the root node at index 0th position. So the parent node, that means the root node, we have to place in the 0th position. Left child is placed at 2i plus 1th position. Here I is the position of parent. Right child is placed at 2i plus 2 position. Here I is the position of parent. Now let us take a small example and represent that particular binary tree in array. Now let us take a small binary tree. And first one is the parent and remaining two are the children. Now I am giving a naming A, B, C. Here I took three nodes, A, B, C, and A is the parent node and B, C are the children of A node. Now let us draw an array. We already know about arrays. We already know that array will maintain an index values. The first rule is consider the root node at index 0 position. So here the root node is A. So the basic rule is the root node must be placed in the 0th position only. So here I am giving A. Okay. After that we have two children. One is left side and another one is right side. So another rule is left child is placed at 2 plus 1 position. Here I is the position of parent. So here in this example, what is the left child? B. So the formula of left child is 2 2i plus 1. That means 2 into here parent position is 0 plus 1. That means 2 into 0 plus 1. So that means 0 plus 1. So the left child will be placed in 1th position. Now we have to place the right child, that means C. So the rule for right child is placed at 2 I plus 2 position, and here I is the position of parent. Okay, so 2I plus 2, that means 2 into parent. C's parent position is in 0, that plus 2, that means 2 into 0, 0 plus 2, 2. So we have to place the right child in second position. So in this way we can represent our binary tree in arrays. Now let us consider another example of binary tree. So here we can see the example. So here I took 7 nodes, and here A is the root node because it is the parent of all nodes, and below the binary tree we can see the array representation. Now let us see how we can represent these nodes into an array. And we already know the basic rule is we have to place the root node in 0th position. So in 0 I am storing the A element, and the position of A is 0. Now for A it has 2 children, one is B and another one is C, and B is in left side and C is in right side. So we have to store the B element in 2 into I plus 1th position, because 2I plus 1th position, because B is in right side. If it is B is in left side. If it is in right side, then we have to store 2I plus 2 position. So B is in left side, that means we have to apply 2I plus 1, and I value is 0 because B's parent is A and the position of A is 0, plus 1, that means 1, and we have to store the B element in B node in 1th position. Now I would like to store another node called C, and C is in right side, so we have to apply 2I plus 2, and the parent of C is A and the A position is 0, so 2, and we have to store the C in second position. So we got the B position 1 and C position 2. Now I would like to store another element D. So D is the children of B, and it is in left side. 2I plus 1 because it is in left side, and the parent of D is B and the B position is 1 plus 1, that means 2 1s are 2 plus 1 3, and we have to store the D element in third position. Okay, now I would like to store the E element. E's parent is B and E is in right side, so B means 1 plus 2, so 4. So in fourth position we have to store the E element. Now I would like to store the another element F. So F is the left side, so the parent of F is D, so the D position is 3, left side means 1, so 2 3 is 6 plus 1 7, so we have to store the F element in 7th position. Okay, we already stored the C element. Now I would like to store the G. So G is right side, not left side, so 2I. So here I is the parent position, so parent of C, okay, G is C and the C position is 2, so it is in right side, that's why we have to give here also 2, so 2 2s are 4 4 plus 2 6. So in sixth position we have to store the G element. So this is the binary tree, and in this way we can represent the nodes in an array, and remaining indexes are empty. So depends upon the positions of nodes, the nodes will be stored in arrays. Now let us discuss another representation called linked representation. So this concept will go on linked list. So in previous videos you already learned what is linked list. So the binary tree, so we can also represent the binary tree in linked list. We can easily overcome the problem arrays due to array representation by using a linked representation. Each node has three fields: left child, data, and right child. We already know linked list. In linked list we have two types. One is single linked list and another one is double linked list. In binary tree representation we use double linked list. So left side, center, and right side. In left side we maintain the address of left child nodes, and in center we maintain the data, and in right side we maintain the address of right node. So below the definition we can see the diagrams of linked representations. Now let us see an example using this topic. So now let us see the diagrammatic representation. So this is the linked list, and we already know that it contains three nodes. So one is left, another one is center, and another one is right. So this left is used to maintain the address of left node, and it is used to maintain the address of right node, and in center the data element will be stored. Now I would like to take a small example of binary tree. And I am giving namings for this. Now I would like to represent this binary tree in linked list. So in center we store the data element, and in left side we store the address of left child, and in right side we store the address of right child. So B, C, D, F, G. So for left side, here it stores the address of B element, and here it stores the address of C element, and here it stores the address of D element. Because it is left side, so we have to store the address left side only, and here it stores the address of E. But here the one node is empty because it is the leaf node, so it don't have any child node. So that's why here this block is empty. So the empty blocks we have to fill with null values. So null values. So if any node we have to store, we have to give the address. If it became a leaf node, then we have to give the null values, because we are not storing any address of another node. So null, 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 and here it stores the f address and it stores the g address, and remaining all leaf nodes right side and left side will become null values. If it maintain another address of node, then it won't become a null value. So in this way we can represent a binary tree in array form. Now let us see the advantages and disadvantages of linked list, that means binary representation of linked list. Insertion and deletion involve no data movement and no movement of node except the rearrangement of pointers. And limitations is it given a node structure, it is difficult to determine its parent node. Memory spaces are wasted for storing null pointer for the nodes which have no subtrees. So we already seen in diagram the empty blocks is filled with null pointers only. So here the memory will be wasted. If it has any subtrees, then the memory will not be wasted. So I hope you understand the topic, that how to represent the binary tree in arrays and in a linked list. And we already seen the advantages and disadvantages in theoretically and by using examples also.